Distance can be a major barrier to accessing quality healthcare on time. That's where Angel Flight East comes in. Welcome to Takeoff Talk with Angel Flight East, a nonprofit dedicated to providing free flights for children and adults who need medical treatment far from home. We don't know how many people forego medical care because they don't have accessible transportation, and that's what this podcast is here to change. Join passionate AFE staff members Jess Ames and Maddie Beck as they share real-life stories from people who have used AFE services to get the care they need when they need it.
Hey, frequent flyers, welcome back with another episode of Takeoff Talk. You're here with me, Maddie.
And me, Jess.
And today we have one of our passengers, Shani.
Hi.
Hi, Shani. We're so excited to have you today. I feel like I talk to you more than my parents sometimes.
Well, it's a pleasure to be here and talking with you both.
So if you are comfortable, can you tell our listeners about your medical journey and how you found Angel Flight East?
Yes. So about 2 years ago, I was diagnosed with colon cancer. And we were I had surgery and I got chemotherapy, and I was having trouble with the chemotherapy. And I needed to get to Boston to find out why I was not responding well to the therapy. I was having some allergic reactions to the medicine. And a friend of mine mentioned it. And then my daughter reached out to Angel Flight to see if they could help get me to Boston to get the support that I needed to be able to continue with the treatments.
That's awesome. I love when it's the family members getting us all connected.
Yes, it was my daughter.
I actually have the reverse story. My mom got me connected to Angel Flight.
Oh, really? Oh,
yeah.
She did. And she's still with us.
Oh, after how many years?
Too many. 2018. But I do want to know a little bit more about the flights that you've taken with us. How have they been?
They've been amazing. The pilots are fantastic. They're so kind and they're willing to give up their time so that, I can get life-saving treatments or to be able to continue to get the life-saving treatments that I need. And they continue to do it for other passengers as well. But I have met so many wonderful pilots that give up their time, and bring their plane right into Bar Harbor, Maine, so that I can fly to Boston. I'm now working in New York City with the doctors down there, and there are pilots that have brought me into New York so that I can continue to get the treatments that I need. They're wonderful, just wonderful.
Do you have a favorite? We won't tell the others.
Yeah.
I love them all the same.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
So I will tell you that I think it was in September of last year, there was a pilot that actually went to Maine Maritime Academy here in Maine. And so he knew different people. He knew the area. That was really fun to be able to talk with him and have him know our local restaurants, know the people that I know. And that was really fun. And then there was another pilot that he had an incredible private jet. And that was pretty special. I did enjoy that one.
That's fancy.
That was fancy. That was very fancy. So
was the maritime person, was that Bruce? Bruce loves flying to Maine. I bet it was him.
It might have been.
Yeah,
but he was fantastic.
He
had. If it's who we're thinking of, we agree.
Yeah, no, he was. They've all been fantastic, but each one you have a little bit of a different. You remember things about them, and those are the two that have kind of stuck out.
I love that. How many times have you flown with Angel Flight so far?
Oh my goodness. Quite a few.
Yeah.
All the time.
I was going to say quite a few. I am not entirely sure how how many times it's been? Maybe 10, Jess? I mean,
Yeah. I meant to look it up before
Yeah.
I started chatting with you, but I totally forgot.
Yeah.
We get distracted sometimes.
Very
Oh.
easily.
And I understand that completely. 100%.
How would
So-
you say? Oh, go ahead.
I think you're about to ask the same
Yeah.
question that I am. I heard that you referred to the treatment that you're receiving as life-changing, and
Altering.
yeah, thank you. My brain was not connecting to that word.
That's okay.
But exactly how would you say Angel Flight East has affected your life other than those adjectives?
Well, they have made it possible to get to the destinations in order to receive the treatments. Because, there's a lot that when you go on a commercial flight, which I am grateful for as well, you have to go through, security. You have to be there 2 hours early. You have to, there's a process, as we all know. And when they fly into Bar Harbor, they just fly in, pick you up, you're on their plane, and off you go. There's no waiting in security. And so that's been, to me, with somebody that had colon cancer, that was something that made it a lot easier for me to do.
Yeah, going through an airport, especially like the bigger ones, like the Boston Logans, even when you feel good, it's not fun.
That's right. So that part actually makes it easier because you don't have to go through all that. You can show up. Okay, you'll be here. Well, okay, I just flew in. I'll be there in 5 minutes or 15 minutes. I mean, it's really easy. And that's the nice thing about, flying with Angel Flight is that. And then, when you get there, you have an Uber come pick you up and it takes you right to where you want to go. And that is amazing as well. So all of these things make your experience so positive rather than so stressful, because navigating Boston, navigating New York is a bit of a challenge if you haven't been there before. And to try to do that and not feel well makes it even more difficult. So to have the opportunity to just get in the plane, they fly you into, for example, Teterboro, call an Uber and off you go, and that has been wonderful. And again, the pilots are so helpful. They shared their experiences and ways that they can help you with other things to make your journey a little bit easier, because as we know, cancer or any other health issues, aren't always easy to deal with. And then you have to travel and you have all this other part. So it's one way that it makes it a lot easier.
I love that. I'm glad we make people's lives easier. I wish
Yes.
somebody would make Maddie and I's life easier.
I was going to say, you definitely don't make my life easier, Jess.
To Maine, we'll make it easier.
Yeah. We're going to have to road trip to Maine.
That's right. Absolutely.
I made my mom road trip to Vermont with me last year, and I think
She's
that's
never going again.
I'm gonna go with her. But no, I was going to say, you probably have the prettiest flights of all of our passengers. Maine to Boston and then New York.
Yes.
Like, are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Especially in the fall.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I'd be like, I'm only sick in October.
Absolutely. The gentleman that had the jet, he had a brand new jet. And he was like, so do you want to fly over Bar Harbor? And so he took us over Acadia National Park, and you could see the beauty of the park, and you could see, because Bar Harbor is beautiful. And so that was really fun. And then, we've been able, some of the smaller planes are a little bit lower, and you can see some of the other towns and cities. But yeah, because generally the pilots fly on the coast. They don't really go inland. So you really get to see, a really nice part of the states that we go through.
I don't think we've ever flown to Maine. I think we only drove that one time. I made Maddie road trip about 7 hours to Maine.
No, if you remember, we flew into Maine and then had to road trip
that's what we did.
into Maine.
Yeah, it was like a 3-hour ride, I think, to where we were
so.
going. It was a ski resort.
Newry.
Yeah.
Newry?
I think so.
You not knowing it tells you exactly where it is.
In the middle of nowhere. But we had a great time.
Oh, we did. Good. We made a Red Bull stop and we literally are walking to this gas station and we're like, so what's there to do around here? They're like, nothing. Don't hit a moose.
Yeah, we're like, really?
Thank you.
Noted. So before you found Angel Flight, were you driving to your treatments or how were you considering getting there?
Well, if we hadn't found Angel Flight, we probably would have had to drive to Boston. That would have been probably my first thoughts. But again, having colon cancer, the whole sitting is a problem.
Yeah.
So you really want the fastest way to get to your destination. Now, New York, if it hadn't worked out, I probably would have looked for more of a commercial flight because you need to get there. The whole, sitting is kind of an issue.
Yeah. I was just wondering if you would even have gone to New York without us.
And that exactly, you made that possible. That got the ball rolling. And that's what I was saying earlier when we were talking, that it is offering life-saving, treatments to people that might not have gone elsewhere, like to go to New York and to call up Jess and be like, hey, Jess, I have to go to New York because my cancer's back. Can you get us there? Absolutely. So that opened up the possibility to go to New York and get the treatment that I needed to try to take care of the cancer that I have. Mm-hmm. So absolutely. I mean, I think without it, I probably would have dug my heels in and said, but so.
Well, we are happy you did it.
I'm very thankful for Angel Flight. It's a fabulous, fabulous program that helps people that might not generally go out of state to get treatment. It just makes it that easier.
When your daughter first told you about finding Angel Flight, were you like, you want me to get in a what and go where? Or were you like, oh yeah, absolutely, let's get in this small airplane and go?
Okay, so the small airplane, it does not bother me at all. I can see some people it might, because we've been in 2-seaters, 4-seaters, 6-seaters, we've been in some small planes. I think it wasn't about going as much as going and getting the treatments. I don't want to go here, or I just want to stay and make it easy here. But the opportunity to get well wasn't here. I had to go someplace else because it was a very complicated situation. So because of Angel Flight, it got me to go to New York and to go and, see what else is out there. And New York was a life-saving trip, honestly. And I mean that absolutely sincerely. So because of Angel Flight, that opened up possibilities that I didn't even know were possible. So I'm super thankful.
I love that. Oh my gosh, it's Friday and I'm going to cry again. That's just what happens.
Not again.
Not again.
Yeah.
Jess is our little waterworks over there.
Yeah.
That's okay. You must always have a supply of Kleenex.
I'm going to have to get some for our office. Maddie and I actually work side by side together. We share an office. So she sees everything.
Everything.
So she knows how many times I call you when we're on our way to.
Yeah. I love that.
Yeah.
So what would you leave our listeners with? What is one last thought you would want to say?
I would say if anybody is struggling with health conditions and they need to go elsewhere to get treatments, that they should reach out to Angel Flight. It would make the opportunity so much easier.
Amazing. And I also have to say, Shani recently got engaged. So now we are in the process of wedding planning and we're so excited for you.
Yes.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much. The countdown has begun. It's August 13th.
Oh my gosh, that's so soon.
I know.
Wow.
Going on. Yes.
We can't wait to see all the pictures. It's going to be beautiful.
Or you may just notice 2 blonde heads in the background of all of your wedding pictures.
Well, you guys want to show up, you just send me a little text, Jess, and I'll make sure
I know.
We're heading to Maine and we're going to be there on the 13th. Well, okay.
Yeah.
Another plate at the table.
What a small world.
Arm.
Yeah.
Yeah. What a coinky dink.
Yeah. Any reason to go back to Maine. They have great craft breweries there.
Yes, they do. You could go and check out all of the breweries along the way. That's a treat.
Don't tempt us with a good time, Shani.
Hey, I'm just saying. We've got great food here and we've got great beer. And so you definitely should come and check it out.
Wow. I'm so excited. I'm going to pencil that in.
Absolutely. Well, you send me a text if you think you're coming because I'll put 2 more plates at the table.
Thank you so much. Yeah. And we really appreciate you sharing your story today. You're the best and we love you.
Thank you so much. Appreciate everything that you have done for me too. Very much.
Man, I got chills. I love it.
This is the best day ever.
Oh, well, I'm glad that you're having a good day.
Yeah. Well, thank you again. And we will chat soon.
Okay. Sounds good. It was so nice to meet you, Maddie and Jess.
Yes.
I'll chat with you soon too.
Yeah. Talk to you soon.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.
Well, thank you guys so much for listening in to another round of Takeoff Talk. We hope that you loved Shani's story as much as we do. And keep an eye out for wedding pictures because we have to share them.
We'll be there. Have a good day. Bye.
Bye.
That's it for today's episode of Takeoff Talk with Angel Flight East. If you want to learn more about our services, please visit our website at www.angelflighteast.org or call our office at 215-358-1900. Join us in our mission. If you're a healthcare worker or a patient in need of air travel and flight services, AFE is here for you. Subscribe to the show so you can hear more stories. Join us again next week right here on Takeoff Talk.